Ya, balik lagi di channel ini bersama Iqbal di sini dan seperti biasa dengan bahasa Inggris matematika lagi ya. Dan dengan format yang beda lagi karena saya masih sakit ya. Jadi gak bisa ada papan tulis dulu. Mungkin minggu depan atau 2 minggu ke depannya lagi bakal balik ke papan tulis. Dan ini adalah pertemuan keenam ya untuk bahasa Inggris matematika. Jadi ya kita langsung mulai saja dari kosakata ya, vocabulary. Ya. Jadi untuk kosakata pertama yaitu ada yang namanya angle ya. Ada angle. Nah, angle ini artinya kalau dalam matematika bahasa Indonesia itu artinya sudut. Dimana jika ada dua garis yang uh, bertemu atau berpotongan, nah lalu di antara garis tersebut itu ada kayak apa? Kayak ada cekungan gitu ya. Nah, cekungan itu disebut dengan sudut ya. Ini contohnya. For example, there is a right angle with a measure of 90 degree. Nah, jadi ini ada ada dua garis yang bertemu dan membentuk sudut 90 derajat atau siku-siku. Lalu untuk kosakata kedua yaitu ada protractor. Protractor. Yang ini kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia itu artinya alat pengukur sudut. Nah, atau kalau biasa kita yang kita tahu itu artinya adalah busur ya. Nih. Ya. Atau juga bisa juga di dalam definisinya itu adalah alat yang bisa digunakan untuk mengukur dan membuat sudut. Ya. Yang sudut yang diukur ini atau dibuat ini itu antara 0 derajat sampai 360 derajat ya. Nah, kalau yang ini yang bulat ini busur yang 360 derajat, sedangkan yang setengah lingkaran ini yang 180 derajat. Baik. Next. Itu tadi ya. Lalu ada length dan juga width. Ya. Ini kedua berhubungan ya. Ya, pertama dari length dulu. Length itu artinya panjang dan width itu artinya lebar ya. Nah, panjang dan lebar ini perbedaannya itu biasanya lebar itu lebih pendek daripada panjang, dan persamaannya ini satuannya itu sama ya. Biasanya panjang dan lebar itu ada di bangun datar ya, terutama segi empat atau lebih spesifik lagi itu persegi panjang. Nah, ini ada contohnya. Nah, dalam persegi panjang ini ada si panjangnya 3 cm ya, dan lebarnya itu ini yang lebih pendek itu 2 cm. Itu buat panjang dan lebar ya. Dan jika dikalikan keduanya, panjang dikali lebar itu akan menghasilkan yang namanya luas. Next, yaitu adalah height ya. Height itu artinya adalah tinggi. Nah, tinggi ini dia ada di pertama untuk bangun datar dia itu ada di segitiga dan jajar genjang ya, dan juga trapesium. Nah, sedangkan untuk yang segi empat itu ada di bangun ruang. Nah, biasanya itu ada di persegi dan persegi panjang dan yang lainnya juga. Nah, tinggi ini measurement from base to top atau ukuran dari atas dari bawah ke atas atau sebaliknya gitu. Itu disebut dengan tinggi. Nah, seperti ini ada contoh, ini ada balok panjang, terus ada lebarnya, terus ada tingginya. Ya. Nah, tinggi ini yang berdiri ini ya. 1 2 3 4. Untuk keempat-empatnya adalah tinggi. Baik. Seterusnya itu adalah distance. Nah, distance kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia itu artinya jarak. Nah, jarak itu adalah apa ya, panjang total panjang anggapannya itu satuan kayak sebuah panjang yang dilalui oleh sesuatu dalam sekian waktu gitu ya. Nah, misalkan ini ada contoh soalnya ya. Rahel cycles from home to market at a speed of 130 meters per minute. She arrives at the market within 15 minutes. How many meters is Rahel's house from the market? Nah, jadi untuk menghitung untuk jarak ya, untuk soal-soal yang berkaitan dengan jarak itu pasti ada yang namanya kecepatan ya, kecepatan dan juga waktu. Nah, dari kecepatan waktu tadi itu dikalikan, maka itu dapatlah jarak ya. Nah, misalkan saja kalau untuk contoh yang lain, kita sebenarnya nggak perlu pakai waktu juga bisa ya. Anggapnya jarak sama panjang itu sebenarnya ini aja, agak mirip-mirip saja. Dan bedanya kalau panjang itu kan cuman dari ini ya, biasanya lebih abstrak ya kalau panjang itu. Nah, kalau jarak itu berarti antara satu titik dan juga satu titik itu jaraknya berapa gitu. Dan ini mungkin kita udah bahas juga di pertemuan yang lalu. Nah, itu aja untuk jarak. Lalu next kita punya yang namanya persen dan juga percentage. Nah, persen dalam Indonesia, untuk matematika Indonesia itu artinya persen, dan percentage itu adalah persentase. Nah, bedanya di mana? Nah, untuk persen itu adalah satuannya ya, satuan dari persentase. Sedangkan persentase itu adalah nilai si persen tadi. Nah, misalkan persentase itu contohnya berapa persen coklat dalam suatu makanan. Nah, yang kita cari yang kita cari itu benar si persen. Cuman untuk untuk proses pengerjaannya itu kita representasikan dengan persentase. Next, yaitu kita punya base. Base itu kalau dalam matematika bahasa Indonesia itu artinya alas atau dasar ya. Nah, di mana alas atau dasar ini masih berkaitan dengan bangun datar yang sebelum-sebelumnya tadi. Nah, si alas atau base ini biasanya ada di segitiga dan juga jajar genjang ya. Nah, gini bisa dilihat sendiri, ini ada contohnya ya. Base itu yang di bawah ya, si dasarnya ini, sedangkan si tinggi itu yang berdiri tegak ini. Baik, itu saja buat base. Selanjutnya ada yang namanya side ya, side, dan dalam matematika bahasa Indonesia itu artinya sisi. Sisi itu adalah sebuah dalam bangun datar, sisi itu anggap itu garis yang saling berhubungan ya. Pokoknya ada berapa garis yang berhubungan satu sama lain yang membentuk satu bangun datar atau membentuk suatu bangun, dan itu disebut dengan sisi. Nah, seperti ini ya, ini banyak contohnya ya, seperti triangle atau segitiga. Nah, itu berarti ada 3 garis yang saling berhubungan atau bersambungan ya. Nah, 3 garis bersambungan dan ini ada 3 sisi, 1, 2, 3. Itu juga untuk square, ini persegi, lebih tepatnya segi 4 yang sisi-sisinya sama ya, ada 1, 2, 3, 4 ya, 4 garis yang berhubungan dan membentuk 4 sisi. Kalau ada rectangle ini persegi panjang, nah, ada 4 ini ya, 4 garis, 4 sisi, dan yang lainnya. Baik, itu saja buat kosakata, dan kita masuk ke soal cerita ya. Right. I will talk English from now. So the first problem is from the video that we watched, not in this channel, but sent by my lecturer. Right. So the problem, the point of the problem is the price of 6 guava when there is a 30% discount is $12.60. Now we need to find how much does 2 guavas cost in full price, right? In full price. So the first step is we need to find the the full price of the 6 guavas first, so we can find the full price of each guava. So first we need to let x as the cost of guavas at full price. Right. So this is the x is still the cost of 6 guava at full price. So first we need to subtract 1x with 0.30x equal to 12.60. Why 1x is subtracted? Because this 0.7x is the discounted price of 6 guava. So from this subtraction we got 0.0x equals to 12.660. Then we divide both sides with 0.7, and for the x we got $18, and this is the full price of 6 guavas. Now for each guava, if we want to know the price of each guava, we divide this $18 by 6. So each guava is selling at $3 per guava, and it's in full price. And the problem needs us to find the price of 2 guava in full price, of course. So we just need to multiply this $3 by 2. So 2 times $3 equals to $6. So the price of 2 guavas in full price is $6. And that's it for the video problem. We move on to the problem from the book. The first one is chapter 3, example 2. An advertisement for toothpaste claims that 4 out of 5 dentists recommend a certain brand. A consumer group wanted to check the accuracy of this claim and surveyed 180 dentists. How many dentists would they expect to not recommend this brand if the advertisement's claim is accurate? So first we look at the problem first. 4 out of 5. Right. So in total there are 5 times something, and this is the total of the dentist, and it will be 180, right? So 4 out of 5, it means there are 5 dentists, and 4 of them are the one who agree, and one is the one that doesn't agree. So the ratio is 4 to 1, right? So first step, we let x as the number of dentists per one of this ratio. So those who recommend is for x, and those who doesn't recommend is x. Why would we multiply 4 and 1 with x? Because in this is a ratio problem. If there is 4 out of 5, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that the dentist who recommend should be 4 and those who doesn't recommend should be 1. It doesn't mean like that. There is something like the multiplier that is simplified to make this 4 to 1, right? And the total itself is 180. You cannot add 4 plus 1 into 180, right? So that's why we add x in both ratio, right? We got those who recommend and those who don't recommend. So the next step is to find the x by adding for x, and this will be equal to 180 because 4x plus x is equal to 5x. This is the total of the total number of dentists that being surveyed, and 5x is 180. We divide both sides by 5 and we got x as 36, right? Then we we substitute the x into each of this, right? For x is the one who recommend the brand, substitute the x as 36, and 4 times 36 is 144. So the dentist who recommend the brand is the number of dentists who recommend the brand is 144 dentists, and those who don't recommend the brand is still x, right? X is 36. We substitute from here. X is 36. So the number of dentists who doesn't recommend the brand is 36. And that's it for the first problem from the book, chapter 3, example 2. We move on to the next problem, and it will be chapter 3, example 4. Jason is Chris's older cousin. The ratio of their ages is 9 to 5. In 5 years, Chris' age will be far more than half of Jason's age. How old are the boys now? So, first, the most, I think it's complicated if you could solve this with algebra. But if you don't know how to solve algebra, you need to solve this problem with this table. So we list we will use this first. We will move to the algebra next. Just a little bit of spoiler: if you know how to solve algebra, it's easier to use algebra than this one, right? So first we list. Alright, there's a disclaimer. This table is kinda has some mistakes in the first row. I think row or column. I forget. Yes, for this row it's kind of mistaken, but the second and third is correct. Okay, so first we need to list Chris' age and Jason's age. This is Chris' age is 5x and Jason's age is 9x. Like I said before, if the ratio is 9 to 5, it doesn't mean that Jason is 9 years old and Jason is 5 years. It doesn't mean that Chris is 5 years old and Jason is 9 years old. There's a possibility that they will be older than that. Okay, So just let it 5 times 1 and 9 times 1. And then in 5 years, so Chris will be 10 years old. This is a little mistaken. Jason will be 14 years old. And half of Jason's age in this one is 14 times half is 7, is only 7, right? So and then Chris's age minus half of Jason's age. So Chris' age is 10 and half of Jason's age is 7. 10 minus 7 is 3, right? So in this table we need to find this right column. We need to make sure it's 4. If the answer is 4, then this is the answer, right? Why is that? Because from the problem, this one, Chris' age will be 4 more than half of Jason's age. So can I write here? Pen. So if we the formula is why forget it, it's too too big. If the formula is Chris' age minus 1 minus half of Jason's age equals to 4, right? So that's the formula. If it doesn't match, then it's wrong, right? So next, for the second row, we multiply this by 2. So Chris' age is 10 and Jason's is 18, right? And in 5 years we add them both by 5. So Chris is 15 and Jason is 23, and we multiply Jason's age by half and it will be 11.5 years old. And then we subtract Chris' age, which is 15, and half of Jason's age, which is 11.5, and it will be 3.5. And this still not the right answer because it's not 4. So the next one is we multiply 5 by 3 and 9 by 3. So Chris' age will be 15 and Jason's age will be 27. In 5 years, Chris will be 20 years old and Jason will be 32 years old. We got half of Jason's age is 16 because 32 times half is 16, and then we substitute into this again. Chris' age is 20 minus half of Jason's age, which is 16, and then we got 4, which is the correct prerequisite for this formula. And their age now is 15 for Chris and 27 for Jason. That's how the table works. It's more complicated, to be honest. So let's see how the algebra works. Okay. So first, if we're using the algebra, we need to let the x as the age multiplier. Like I said, Chris' current age is 5x and Jason's current age is 9x, like before. The model is the same. Chris' age plus 5 equals to half of Jason's age. Ignore this 9. Okay. Okay. Equals to half of Jason's age plus 5 plus 4. So substitute all of them. Chris' age is 5x plus 5, and half times Jason's age is 9x plus 5 plus 4, right? This is the equation. we simplify this further, right? We multiply half to this, okay? Then we simplify by adding and subtracting both sides, and then we got x as 3. X equals to 3. We got x, then we just need to substitute the x into their ages. The first is Chris, which is 5x, and the x is 3. So Chris is 5 times 3, and he is 15 years old now. And Jason is 9x. That means he is 9 times 3, and Jason is 27 years old by now. And that's it for the second book problem. The third one is chapter 2, example 6. Carol's candy stand sells a popular mixture of two of her candies, which sell for $2.70 per pound. The ratio of the expensive candy to the cheaper candy in the mixture is 3 to 5. If Carol sold her entire supply of mixed candy during the coming month, she would have the revenue of $928.20, which would be the same as if she sold each candy separately. How many pounds of candy does she have in supply, and at what price does she sell it for? So the first thing we need to do is this is a long word problem, so we need to take notes of what's important in this in this problem. So the price of expensive candy is $2.70 per pound, and the cheaper one is $1.95 per pound. Oh wait, there's something missing here. There's a cheaper candy too. The cheaper candy is $1.75. Right, there's a mistake in rewriting the problem. Okay, that's fine. So, and the ratio of the amount of the candies between the expensive one and the cheaper one is 3 to 5, and the total revenue is $928.20. The model of the solution is the number of pounds of expensive candy times $2.70 plus number of pounds of cheaper candy times $1.95 is equal to the total revenue. So first, because this is a ratio again, we will let x as pounds per ratio. So the expensive one will be 3x and the cheaper one will be 5x in the amount. And the total of total amount of candy is 8x. It's just simple as 3x plus 5x, and the total will be 8x. So from that model, we substitute the the cheaper candy amount, the expensive candy amount and the cheaper candy amount. We multiply them, right? We add them, and then we simplify this equation by 17.85, and we got the x is 52, right? The x is the the number of pound per ratio. So the next step is to substitute this x into the total numbers of pounds sold to get the exact amount of how much in pounds they are sold. So 8x, we substituted the x as 52, and then we got 416 pounds. This is the total number sold, right? And then we we will find the price per pound if the candies are mixed together. So the price per pound is total revenue divided by the total number of pounds, right? The total revenue, we substitute it as $928.20, and the total number of pounds is 416 pounds. And then we divide it, and then we got $2.23 per pound. So the conclusion is Carol has 416 pounds of candy in supply and sell for $2.23 per pound. And that's it for the third problem in the book. Right, we move on to the final problem. So alright, for the final problem is, among the ingredients in a recipe for a sweet dessert are 2.5 cups of regular sugar and a quarter cup of brown sugar. The directions indicate that this will serve 8 people. If there will be 12 people to serve, how much of each type of sugar will be needed? So the first thing we need to do is absolutely we take notes of each important things in the problem. First is the regular sugar, which is 2.5 cups for 8 people, and the brown sugar is a quarter cup for 8 people. First, we let x as the amount of regular sugar for 12 people and y as the brown sugar for 12 people, because we will find both regular sugar and brown sugar. The first is the x. X is regular sugar, so this regular sugar for 8 people equals to some other regular sugar for 12 people, so it's 2.5 per 8 equals to x per 12. We cross multiply this and we got 8x as 30. We divide both sides by 8 and we got x as 30 per 8. We simplify this further into mixed fraction and we got 3 and 3 per 4 cups as x. And for the y, it's just the same as before. The difference is we use the brown sugar one, so it's 1 per 4 per 8. A quarter per 8 equals to y per 12. We cross multiply and we got 8y equals to 3. We divide both sides by 8 and it's the y is 3 per 8 cup, right? The x is regular sugar, the y is the brown sugar. So the conclusion is, if there will be 12 people to serve, 3 and 3 per 4 cups of regular sugar and 3 per 8 cup of brown sugar will be needed. And that's it for the final problem. And as usual, that's it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like or dislike so I will know how you feel about this video. Don't forget to share if you feel this video informative. Don't forget to subscribe if because I will make more like this. And that's it for today. See you at the next lesson. Goodbye.